what I'll talk about is the issues to consider as you expand regionally and how you can use public markets to help you grow your business in the region. So, I'll talk about identifying new markets in the region and using public markets to support your regional expansion. As small, mid-sized companies, the top of the field, you know that early entry enables you to create a market, establish your brand, shape industry preferences, and establish long-term relationships. So it's very important when you think about something to enter a market as first mover entry. And as you do that, you need to consider where you're going to invest. And what I'm going to take you through is a list of criteria that Rand Merchant Bank, which is based out in South Africa, uses to advise its foreign clients in investing in Africa. Sub-Saharan Africa has got 45 million people, 40 million people, 45 countries, a young growing population. It's expected by 2035, and that's in the next 25 years, half of Africa's population will be living in cities, which is very important to yourselves, because if your clients are in cities, it makes it easier to distribute the goods and services to a market which is concentrated. Current estimates is that Africa's, or Sub-Saharan Africa's economy is $1.1 trillion US. This will most likely have changed because of the foreign currency fluctuations we're experiencing. 1.9 trillion in purchasing power. So you're basically serving a market within Africa that has purchasing power of $1.9 trillion US. If you average that through the population, it means that every African has got $1,340 US to spend. Of course, you have to be aware there are huge income disparities. In terms of geographical area, you have a geographical area of 20 million square kilometers. Now, in the last 10 years, 6 of the 10 fastest growing economies have been in Africa. Diana says 6, so I'll go to my source. 2 of these economies are actually neighbors of Kenya. These are Ethiopia and Tanzania. So as you think about expansion, think about these 2 countries very closely. And going forward, even with short-term fluctuations in inflation, high exchange rates, they're saying that in the next 10 years again, 6 of the fastest growing economies will still be in Africa. So these are 45 countries you're looking at. How do you drill down to determine which markets your companies would like to focus on? Rand Merchant Bank, which is based out in South Africa, used 4 key parameters to determine the top 10 investment destinations in Africa. They basically used population size to give you an indication of market size. Population growth rate gives you an indication of how fast your market is growing. Per capita growth rates gives you an indication of how fast the spending power of your potential clients is growing. Then capitalization growth rates gives you an indication of market concentration. And market concentration relates to how quickly you can get your goods and services to a critical mass of clients. So in the top 10, Kenya is number 7, Ethiopia is number 4, Tanzania is number 5, and Uganda is number 8. So 4 countries in Eastern Africa, and 3 of those countries have share common borders with Kenya. If you drill down further and look at these countries, Kenyans have the highest spending power in Eastern Africa, Again, Kenya has the most developed financial services sector and the most liquid local currency. Rwanda, which is second, was ranked first by the World Bank in terms of being the top business performer last year. So since the World Bank started keeping records on which countries are reforming their business practices, Rwanda has consistently, since 2001, improving its business environment. And this speaks to issues of bureaucracy, infrastructure, the legal environment. So as you consider expanding your business, these are critical issues that you need to consider. Tanzania has got an abundance of natural resources which can be used for agriculture, energy, and mining. One of the key inputs into anyone's business is energy. As our economies grow, we need to procure more energy. So any of your businesses who are servicing the energy or mining sector, Tanzania is an appropriate opportunity to look at. Uganda starts oil production in 2015, and Ethiopia, which we usually ignore, Ethiopia is the second largest population in sub-Saharan Africa, and Ethiopia also has the fifth largest economy in sub-Saharan Africa. Its economy is actually larger than that of Kenya. The issue with Ethiopia is that per capita spending is pretty low, but it also has got one of the fastest growth rates in this region. So that's how to drill down and then go down further and look at specific countries and determine where your business would like to go. In terms of public markets, I talked about first mover entry, creating new markets, establishing your brand, and shaping industry preferences. And this requires capital. Now, one of the value propositions about listing on a public market is that with a listing, you enhance your brand, you enhance your profile, you tell your prospective customers, you're telling prospective regulators, but we're likely to throw bureaucracy in your face. Look, I'm a listed company. I'm able to comply with the continuous listing obligations of a public market. My books of accounts are a matter of public record. I have nothing to hide. And I'm here for the medium to the long term. Also, with a public listing, you can use your equity or the shares you've listed on the securities exchange to develop and cement strategic relationships with businesses in those markets into which you're expanding. So bringing on new strategic investors with an experience of the local markets, or alternatively, using your equity to buy into businesses in those markets, or alternatively, you can also use your equity to obtain and retain skilled human capital. One of the issues which the SMEs or the mid-sized companies face is the issue of retaining skilled human capital. As you expand your businesses, you can no longer afford to have generalists. You need to be more specialist in your fields, the various fields as the business expands. So you need to hire outside talent. And then again, you need to be able to retain this talent. And one way of doing that is to ensure that they have equity in the business. So as the business grows, they also grow. So ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, this is what I think mid-sized companies like yourselves with regional aspirations can use public markets in order to expand the regional expansion. Very quickly, the Nairobi Securities Exchange is actually a mid-sized company. Our total staff complement is 35, and our net profit after tax last year was about 79 million shillings. So we're very, very happy to be associated with yourselves. I'd like to thank Robert and Philip for organizing these events and the survey. And we're very keen, as we grow our businesses, to establish long-term relationships with yourselves and individually grow our businesses.
Thank you so much, Donald. I think that's a wonderful presentation. Thank you.